Hello everyone, welcome to the computer group, and today I'm going to do a review. I know I haven't done reviews in a long time, but they are coming, I promise. I'm going to do a review of a particular product that is it's technically a clone product. And the one that I have is from Heaver. I hope I pronounced that correct. And it's their Sweep robot vacuum cleaner. You might think, oh, it's a robot vacuum cleaner. It's like the hundreds knockoffs of like the iRobot ones and the Roombas and all that. Yes and no. You see, this shouldn't be called a robot vacuum cleaner. It just should be called a smart duster, because this is essentially all it does is dusts. It basically dusts the floor for you. It does somewhat of a good job, somewhat of a bad job. It doesn't really pick up much. And I partially blame myself for not really reading the description online of what this really is, because clearly on their Amazon page it says it uses cotton sheets to pick up dust and debris and all that. And these are the dust sheets. And as you can tell, they're like, uh-oh. This is the prime example of why you should not buy this vacuum cleaner. And the sheets tell it all for you. The sheets are like, uh-oh, they found us out, because this thing doesn't really work. Like, yes, it picks up, like I said, dust and hair, but it does kind of a bad job at the same time as it. It doesn't really pick up all of it. It just kind of picks up what it wants to pick up. Because it depends on these cotton sheets, which, as you can look at them, if I can get just one out, you get 20 of them in the box, and as you can see, they're really, really thin. Like, I can practically see the camera through this. That's how thin it is. It's more like tissue, like very thin tissue paper. And yes, it's a okay way to do it. It's a unique way, but you shouldn't advertise it as a vacuum cleaner, because there's no vacuuming to it. It's just dusting. So that's where my biggest issue is that it's not really a vacuum cleaner, because a vacuum cleaner will suck stuff up from the floor like dirt and particles and stuff. It just sweeps, and it clearly says it on the unit itself that it sweeps. So it should be like a smart sweeper or something, not a smart vacuum cleaner. And then when they say smart in the description of this, it just kind of does like a normal, like a very orderly Roomba or iRobot did, where it just kind of, if it bumps into something, it moves. Because on the back of it, the only thing that this thing has as a motor is this. And this constantly spins. So once it hits an object, all it's doing is making this spin where it can turn around and go someplace else. There's no smart to it, because a lot of smart vacuum cleaners actually have technology inside them that will detect, hey, if I hit this, can I go this way or this way and still clean instead of just turning around and going back home, like this technically does. And then also it will map kind of your house out where, hey, I know this is here, so I can't go all the way over to it, but I can clean next to it This, it just turns around and does its own thing. You can see the video I'll have after basically the main review of me just walking around recording it. You'll see how in one area of my house, it constantly gets stuck in this one area, and it takes quite a while for it to get out, which, yes, it did clean decently, I would say, in that area, but it just could not figure out because it kept going to areas that it knew that it should have knew, hey, those things here. So it's not really a smart robot. It's just kind of a robot. And then technically also another big issue is the only thing I'm assuming that happened with these vacuum cleaners, because just this week they started popping up all over Amazon, of different brands and different things. I just assumed this was probably a product that sold well on Wish, and they decided why not get people on Amazon to buy these too and actually see how terrible these are. How I could kind of maybe tell is usually Amazon sellers are pretty good about making US products packaging, and this is the box it came in. As you can tell, it definitely got imported from China, but everything is in Chinese, and that was one issue that came to, like, the instructions. These are the instructions on the side of the box. You basically had to read the pictures because you couldn't read anything else. Which I think they should have at least included, like, a little sheet of paper or something. Typically, if it's like a new product that they're just releasing, they would include, like, just a printed out sheet that tells you inside what to really do to get started with it. But really, all you kind of do to get started with it is they send you these adhesive Velcro strips, and you just pop them on in the areas that you can see, and that's what holds the cotton sheets in place. Like, yes, if they advertise this the correct way, then it might be somewhat decent, but it doesn't really do much for you. Like, if you're expecting it to clean your entire house, this definitely won't do it. Like doing quick pass-throughs maybe, but overall, this cost me about $15, and it was on sale at the time. But now the company has marked them down to where $14 is like the standard price of them. And even like other brands of this exact model is about the same price. Because I think they finally realized, wait a minute, people on Amazon are gonna tear this up with reviews, and well, I don't blame them because it is kind of terrible, and I kind of blew their review up too, ratings up too, just because it just doesn't work. Like when you put like smart, like a robot vacuum cleaner, people assume it's gonna be a vacuum cleaner, not just a duster. Like that's the first thing when I first opened the box and started looking at it and grabbed the unit out and everything, and I'm like, how does it pick stuff up? And then I went back to the posting, and I noticed that it was supposed to use the cotton sheets, which it's a neat idea, but it's just basically a robot Swiffer, basically. So yeah, overall, I would suggest not picking this up because it's not really that good of a product. If you are looking for a robot vacuum cleaner that is actually a vacuum cleaner, you'd be looking more at the prices about $100+ for a decent one that actually works. But yeah, this definitely is totally not what you're looking for. So if you are interested in looking at this, maybe possibly buying it and doing something like modifying it or something maybe. But overall, this is kind of a piece of junk plastic. It's just extra plastic that's going to be laying around my house because it doesn't really do anything. And also, you can't really buy replacement sheets at the time on Amazon. So that's another concerning factor too, is you might never ever get replacement sheets for the vacuum. So yeah, I would highly recommend staying away from this because you're gonna waste your money and be very disappointed in it. So yeah, hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And like I said at the end of this video, there is gonna be like a small video of me following it and recording and kind of making little comments about how it's doing and everything. So do keep an eye out on that at the end of the video. And I do plan on making more videos. This video I'm actually testing a new audio equipment. So that's gonna be fun. Maybe the audio is gonna be terrible, maybe it's gonna be awesome. I don't really know because I haven't really tried it. And I thought this would be a great opportunity to try it. So yeah, hope you like this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you again.